everyone, I am going to be doing today a collab with the Phillips FamBam, and we are doing Christmas breakfasts. So I know they're doing something super special with peppermint and waffles, yum, and I'm going to be making an egg and sausage casserole. It's one of my favorites, and I'm actually going to be doing something a little bit different this time. So let's get started. I'm super excited to be doing this with the Phillips. They are a wonderful family. We love them dearly. We're glad that we're great friends. And they are super fun to watch. They are what I want to be when I grow up in YouTube land. They are so fun. They do all those challenges and their shop with me's, which if you're like me, I really have a problem with watching people. Well, I want to watch all their hauls. So I love watching people do grocery shopping. And lately I've been getting really motivated by watching people clean their house. Is that awesome? I don't know. Maybe there's other people like that out there. But right now for my recipe, I'm getting started is browning up some sausage. And I don't know if you can see over behind my other shoulder. I have some bread that's kind of, it calls for day-old bread, so I just need that to get a little stale. So it's been out for about an hour or two, so I'm gonna check it to kind of see if it's crisped up, maybe kind of staled up a little bit, and then we're gonna use those ingredients. Next thing I'm going to do is shred some cheese. I need 2 cups of cheese. Now remember, at the end of the video, I'll have the recipe. I've had this recipe forever, so probably as long as I've been married. And so it's gonna be one at the end of the video this time, but I need to get going on that sausage, and then I'll get all of my ingredients together and I'll show you what I'm putting together. This recipe calls for day-old kind of stale bread. So what I do is I usually just put it out and let it kind of get hardened. So I'm gonna leave this out probably for a couple hours and let it get a little crunchy. I'm gonna do the whole loaf of bread. I'll have it all spread out. And of course, it has to be Grandma Sycamore's. We totally love it. So I'm gonna get started in getting all the other parts together, and then you'll see what it all looks like. So after the bread, I do have now medium cheddar, which I do love using medium cheddar or even sharp cheddar cheeses when I'm making a casserole. Gives great flavor. And I have my sausage ready to go. So now I'm going to get 10 eggs and make that mixture. I got my apron on. I've been forgetting to put my apron on the last couple of recipes I've been doing, and I've been suffering the consequences. But today, being that I'm even in comfy clothes, we had pajama day, so I don't know if you can see my Christmas pajamas, but I'll show you a picture of me and Ezra in his cute little pajamas. But right now I have 10 eggs, and so I'm just gonna kind of break up the yolks and just kind of whisk it up a little bit. And then to that, I'm going to add 4 cups of milk. Now, this is an overnight recipe, so you're gonna wanna make it the night before. So get this ready on Christmas Eve, put it in the oven in the morning while everybody's opening presents, unless you're my family and Santa Claus comes on Christmas Eve. And we love it. So Christmas morning, we just go to my father-in-law's and have breakfast. 4 cups of milk. So this is a super yummy recipe. Now I do have to admit that I'm probably one of the only people in my family that likes these egg casseroles. So what I'm doing today with this casserole that I said was going to be different was to give it as a gift. So I'm going to make 2 dishes because this will be in a 9x13 pan. So I'm gonna break it up into 2 8x8s. And I'll let you know a little bit more about that as I start putting it together. So I'm gonna carefully mix in the milk, and then I'm gonna start putting all of the seasonings in. Now, it calls for a teaspoon of mustard. That's just for flavor, I'm sure. And we're gonna need some salt. It's gonna be a tablespoon of salt. Now it does sound like a lot, but it's going to go over bread. And so this is gonna get really, all the seasoning, it's not gonna be overly salted. And then you're gonna do a teaspoon of onion powder. So that's half a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. You know what, I need to do a little bit more salt because that was only a half of a tablespoon. So I love the way onion powder smells. It just makes it smell delicious. So I already know it's going to be super good. We've had this many times. I've taken it to many gatherings. So I'm just putting pepper to taste. And then I'm going to mix this in. And then we're going to get started layering it together. So I have my 2 8x8 pans. I have my cubed bread. I have my cheese divided. My sausage over here, you can see it, and then I have my egg mixture, and I'm going to do the best I can to get them into 2 pans, but first I need to spray it. So these are going to be, like I said, they're going to be gifts. So one's going to go to our piano teacher since we have piano tomorrow, and the other one, I think I'll drop it off at the Phillips house so they can try it. I'm just going to saran wrap these, put them in the fridge, and keep them overnight. And then tomorrow I'll be baking them, and I'll show you that tomorrow. You can see I have some leftover cubed bread. So if you want to do this sections at a time, so that way you don't have an overload like I do, you can just do about 3/4 of the bag. With this leftovers though, I will probably just make some croutons. It's the next morning and oh, my bags. I got the casseroles out of the fridge, and I'm just going to be putting them, there's 2 of these, into the oven at 325 for about an hour. Now that's for 9x13, but because I have 2 8x8s, I'm going to be checking them a little bit close. I'm going to be watching them closely. So if you are using a 9x13 and after about 30 minutes or so, you're seeing some extra crisping going on, just lightly put a piece of foil on top so that it can slow down the crisp and continue the cook. And let's get them going. I just took these out of the oven. Notice how I have the foil on top. That's just how I had it in the oven. After about 30 minutes or so, I wanted to kind of lightly put these on because I didn't want them to over crisp. And ta-da! These are looking delicious. So I already know that they're so good. I can't wait to take them as gifts. So, you know, sometimes cookies have their place, but also taking a nice warm breakfast is also a nice surprise. Thanks for stopping by my channel and seeing the breakfast casseroles. This was such a great idea. Thanks, Danny and Tina, for including me in your collab today. Now our friends have double the choices of Christmas breakfasts. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and like this video, and you'll see that I make lots of different kinds of yummy foods, from desserts to dinners. I love it. And then I also love getting suggestions, because I also love adding more recipes to my repertoire. So have a great day, and the next video that comes out will probably be the Kneader's French Toast copycat version, and I might even throw in a Christmas book. So have a great day, and thanks again, Danny and Tina. Go back to their channel and tell them that I sent you back there and you watched this video. Have a great day.